you're kicking people's butt on this end of the room, and you get drugged out here to this end of the room and get abused a little bit and like have to figure it out. Like, that's good for you, you know what I'm saying? You come in here to get tested, you know. If you live outside of this room or a room like this, if you don't have a place where there's some like accountability, where you get really pushed and tested, and where frankly like you get your butt kicked, it's real easy to kind of like to get like I'll say off balance. You get out of whack, right? You become like either arrogant or egotistical. You kind of start to think that you're like a little more awesome than you are, right? Like we all need some accountability like that. So I think of it as like getting checked, right? And so a lot of people don't like getting checked, right? Meaning that you show up at a tournament when you're up 2 weight classes and get beat by somebody that's not as good as you. They don't like that, and so they just try not to go compete. Other people don't like getting their brakes beat off of them at practice, so they just don't show up to a room like this because they're afraid that they're going to wrestle somebody that's going to, you know, punch their nose in the mat, right? Like that's what most people do, okay? And I want to challenge you guys to learn to value and appreciate getting checked like that. You know what I'm saying? It's good for all of us. It's good for me. You know what I'm saying? It's good for me. I show up and get strangled all the time, and I'm like, yeah, he's better choking me than right? I mean, this guy strangles me sometimes. I'm still winning the lifetime battle.
Sometimes.
But it's good for you to get beat, right? It's good for you to get beat. It's good for you to get jerked up when you do something stupid. It's good for you to be disciplined. It's good for like the people in your life that are doing that for you love you. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's good for you to be in here and, you know, like you're kicking people's butt on this end of the room, and you get drugged out here to this end of the room and get abused a little bit and like have to figure it out. Like, that's good for you, you know what I'm saying? When you start hot dogging it on one end of the room because you think you're awesome, or you start hot dogging in your high school room or against a youth kid who's wrestling up 2 age groups on Saturday, like, it's good for you to come in and get humble. Does anybody do, like, Brody's probably got one of these things at home, you know, like work out the knees, okay? It's really good for toning your thighs, which he cares about. Jaden has not done it. He's got weak lower body performance efficiencies, as we've seen on the in-body. Thanks a lot, my vitality.